Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to explore a super interesting topic, how children learn and grow. We will talk about cognitive development, which is all about how kids learn to think and understand the world around them. Whether you're a parent, a teacher, or you are just curious, this video would help you understand how kids' brain grow and change over time. Let's dive in. What is cognitive development? Now, this is the process of how children learn, think, and remember things. It starts right from birth and it continues as they grow. Now, think of it as building a house. First of all, a foundation is laid, and as they get older, they build on that foundation to think more deeply and solve more complex problems. For example, when a baby sees their favorite toy for the first time, they might want to stare at it, touch it, and try to figure out what it is. In this way, they are already learning about the world through their senses by touching, feeling, thinking. Now, there are different stages in the cognitive development of a child's brain. Let's look into the Piaget stages of cognitive development. He came up with 4 different stages of cognitive development that shows how children's thinking changes as they grow. Let's break them down. In this first stage, babies explore the world by using their senses, the sense of touch, sight, and taste. For example, if you put a toy in front of a baby, they would grab it, shake it, and try to understand what it is. Now, after this, it is called the object permanent, meaning the child or your baby now knows and can tell if this is a toy or not. Or they can be able to tell that this is an object. For example, ever played peekaboo with a baby? At first, they might get surprised when you hide your face, but after some time, they would expect you to reappear. They are learning that even if they can't see you, you are still there. Next comes the pre-operational stage. This is between age 2 and 7. In this stage, kids start using words and images to represent things. Now, they are more imaginative at this stage, but they can't think logically as an adult would think. Now, let me give you an example. If you place a big cup of glass and a smaller cup of glass, both filled with the same amount of juice in it, this child tends to go for the larger glass. Even with the same amount of juice in both cups, they would go for the larger glass. Why? This is because they are more imaginative, so they would think that there is more content of juice in the taller or the larger glass than the shorter glass. Now, the next stage, the concrete operational stage. This stage is between age 7 to 11. In this stage, kids start to think logically. They can understand concepts like cause and effect, also do simple maths in their head. In this stage, they can now recognize that the amount of juice doesn't change even though the glass changes. For example, if you ask a 7-year-old this simple maths trick, if I give you 2 apples and give an additional 2 apples, how many apples would you have? 4. They would all get it. This is because they understand logic, simple logic. Stage 4, the formal operational stage. This stage is between the ages 12, and upwards. Finally, in this stage, when kids get older, they begin thinking abstractly. This means they can have imagination of things that do not exist and reason about more complex ideas. For example, a 12-year-old can start thinking about big questions like, what is the meaning of life? How can we solve global problems? Now, in this stage, they can understand theories and think about things in more advanced way. Now, there is another theory that says kids learn better when they interact with others, meaning socializing. Here, this talks about their socializing, meaning in the growth and the learning process of a child, social interaction and culture are super important in helping children learn. Let me give you an example. If a 4-year-old is trying to put a puzzle together on his or her own, he may tend to struggle. But when an outsider or a sibling or another 4-year-old comes to show him or her the way, they become better at navigating through putting puzzles together. Let's talk about the power of play. Play is a huge part of how children learn. When kids play, they are not just having fun, but they are developing cognitive skills. For example, think about a child playing with building blocks. They might not know it, but they are actually learning about balances and shapes. It helps them experiment and figure out things on their own. Allow your child have some fun playing most times. You would see that it will help develop their cognitive skills. How parents and teachers can help. So, how can we help kids develop their cognitive skills? There are a few simple things parents and teachers can do. 1. Encourage exploration. Give kids the chance to explore their world. Let them touch, feel, and experiment things. The more they explore, the more their brain makes connections. For example, when you take a child to a park, allow them to run around, pick things up. This way, they are able to learn their environment. 2. Promote problems. Encourage them to think on their own by giving them small challenges. For example, ask them simple questions like, what do you think would happen if you mix this color and that color? For example, if a child is building a tower with building blocks and it keeps falling down, ask them this question. What do you think we can do to make the blocks stable? Here's the third way parents and teachers can help. Foster social interaction. Kids learn better when they walk and talk with others. Encourage group activities and give them chances to interact with their peers. In school, group projects help students work together, share ideas, solve problems together, and work as a team. So parents and teachers, that's a quick look on how kids learn and grow. Cognitive development is all about how kids' thinking change as they grow over time. And the more we understand this, the better we can support their learning. If you have come this far, thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe and share to people around you. See you in my next video. Turn on your notification button so that you can get updates on the educational psychology and the mental health of your child and adolescent. See you in my next video. Bye!